And then, no, if we send more humans to Mars, as your first speaker proposed, you'd be putting more people in danger with this sort of hope to colonize and save human life by colonizing Mars so we can protect ourselves from sort of catastrophe that may occur. But wouldn't this put more people in danger if you're sending them there into the unknown, into some place that we haven't really discovered yet for ourselves? Which is what the proposition is trying to prevent, which I mentioned in my speech. Additionally, you spoke about humans being incredibly creative creature, like creative people, and then we're always thinking outside the box in new innovative ways. However, by sending to Mars, are we losing this sort of human creativity here on Earth when we could be on Earth and still explore Mars, having this sort of win-win situation, and we get to explore different things like the environment, the geology of it, all from the safety, which is what we, the proposition, want on our current planet. To move on to what rebutting the second speaker of the opposition, I would like to say, you mentioned how robots can break down and we have to keep repairing them and things like that. But that's why we have humans on Earth, to see what's going on, to see what's wrong, so we can fix these problems. All while we're here safe on the planet to still explore Mars, and we're not out there in this sort of toxic environment with the highly ionizing radiation, but that can potentially give us cancer. And you, the opposition, yourself said how we value human life. We are more astronauts and people who go out there to explore different planets are more than just workers. They're more than just soldiers who go out there to complete missions. They're people. They have lives and are worth living. So why are we putting ourselves as global citizens onto a new planet where they can potentially be experiencing danger? That's just one of the things that the opposition is failing to really think about. Additionally, your second speaker spoke about, like your first speaker, spoke about the creative thinking that humans have. But don't we have humans to think about and fix any sort of like mental blocks robots can have? Like I mentioned earlier, we can do this from the safety of our own planet, still exploring Earth, still finding creative solutions. But however, we don't have to actually put ourselves in danger here. Additionally, you spoke about the impact of sending humans to Mars and how we wouldn't be able to really understand the emotional impact that we have. But then, are you potentially agreeing with my own point about the mental impact of sending people to Mars for prolonged periods of time, maybe anxiety or depression as well? And you also bring up this common theme keeps reoccurring within the opposition's argument, which is about consent. People gave consent to go to Mars, so they won't be like forced to do anything, and they may not feel the anxiety or the depression. But as I mentioned before, we have a wide range of emotions, and then that can't just be defined just because someone says yesterday doesn't mean that they always feel that way like every single day. And then maybe the opposition also did not understand how we asked the proposition mentioned. We didn't say that they were being forced to go, which may be caused by some sort of understanding on your part, but we just were thinking about the many emotions that go into Mars, and being separated from the people that we love may evoke for some people. Additionally, the opposition kept mentioning about this sort of thought about colonizing Mars and things. But it's not really relevant because this debate's about exploration, not about whether or not we should colonize Mars. To summarize what the proposition, have stated in this argument, my first speaker, Ressa, mentioned about the economic considerations as for sending robots, as they don't need, then there's no return needed, there's no equipment such as food, etc., that is also required. And then robots are specific and able to store information better than humans, which helps us to explore better. And also to explore unsafe environments, which we really need to discover if we're potentially going to put humans on Mars, which is how my first speaker defined the motion. Additionally, I mentioned how with safety reasons about like keeping humans on Earth, and then also the moral considerations of sending people out to the unknown. The opposition fails to understand this, as they themselves have mentioned how computers have explored our world and we haven't even fully explored the ocean. This is why we should please vote team proposition for the motion that this House believes it would be best for robots to explore Mars. Thank you.
Thank you so much.